Today I have an Illustrator brush tutorial where I show you what settings I like to use for hand lettering in Illustrator. Also, it's a quick look at the specific settings in Illustrator for drawing tablets. Welcome back to Satori Graphics everybody, home of graphic design content. Today a tutorial and a brief look at some hand lettering and brush settings in Illustrator. I keep getting asked about brush settings, so here's the video with the answers. Remember, if you do enjoy my content, let me know with a like and a comment. It really helps my channel. Firstly, in this Illustrator brush tutorial, I will show you what kind of settings I often like to use for hand lettering. You will be using the brush tool here for the actual hand lettering itself with your drawing tablet. I have a very basic Wacom, by the way, in case you were wondering. So head up to the top and add a new brush by clicking the drop down menu. We want to select a calligraphic brush for hand lettering. In this window, you can see that this is where you would be able to rotate your brush. Here you can change the roundness of your brush, making it thin or round. And lastly, this is where you can change the thickness of your brush. For my hand lettering, I often like to try and mimic a calligraphy pen in real life, and we're talking about the nib here, so I like to rotate it onto its side and make it quite thin. Now in the thickness section, I use a pressure setting. I'll be showing you later more about this pressure settings in this tutorial. But basically, if you see the three dots at the top, it shows how when you apply pressure with the Wacom pen, the brush stroke will go from small to large as you increase the pressure on the tablet. I then test out my brush, and if it's too small or not to my liking, I hit Command Z and I double click the new brush here to reopen the settings. I want more of a stroke weight behind it, so let's put it up a little bit. And I don't like to use full pressure, but I do like to have some pressure on my hand lettering. Of course, I may change these settings around from time to time, depending on the project that I'm working on. With this kind of setup here, you can make hand lettering a lot like urban art style calligraphy, which I do like quite a lot. Now we're going to look at the pressure settings, and we're starting with the size section in the settings menu. If we select pressure and then put it up on the slider here, when we draw with it in Illustrator, with pressure on the tablet, the line will be smaller. As you apply more pressure on the brush, the line will increase in size. Next, let's see what happens when we add the pressure setting to the roundness section. If I apply little pressure, the line will be thin, but as I press down harder, the line will become more round. Lastly, let's look at the pressure settings for the angle section. This will rotate your brush around as you draw depending on the pressure applied. This will be great for twists and turns in your hand lettering, but it does take some getting used to. So have some fun with the brush settings in Illustrator and your drawing tablet, and I hope you enjoyed this Illustrator brush tutorial. If you want me to make a tutorial based around hand lettering itself, let me know in the comment section below. Like and share this video so someone else can see it, and subscribe for my 5 weekly graphic design uploads. Until next time, design your future today. Peace.